Good morning, everybody. It's Miss Lisa here at Grace Lutheran Preschool. I miss you so much. And today we are going to paint with green paint that we mixed with what two colors? Yellow and blue. And we mushed it together to create green. See, there's a little bit of the yellow still showing through. So we're going to do a little painting. I am going to show you a painting that I did last week, and I want you to notice that I used long strokes to make my trees look like evergreens, and I started at the top and I went whoosh, whoosh, whoosh all the way down, and then started at the top on the right and went swoosh, swoosh, swoosh all the way down. And this little tree here looks like it's way off in the distance because it's smaller than this one, right? And then I decided to put little snowflakes and stickers, star stickers, and a little penguin and a snowman. So besides paint, I use stickers and markers, right? And when you use different materials or different art supplies, it's called mixed media, because you're mixing up different medium. Another word for that type of art is one that we've talked about already, and it's called collage, right? A mosaic is like a collage. You might do a mosaic, we were talking with buttons or beads, but there's different ways of painting too. This is just one way. I was also thinking it would be kind of cute if these trees had little berries. So, does anyone out there like to finger paint? You can dip your finger in some red paint and put little tiny berries on your tree. Aww. You can use your pinky or your thumb, whatever you want. See? And then I have my apron on. Notice my apron. I don't want to get my sweater painted. I got a wipe handy, right? But let's think of another way to paint some trees. Let's see. See, I got some paper here that I used. And then let's see, what else? I'm going to dip my brush in water first and then go like this on the side so I get that excess water off. I'm going to dip my brush in this green paint. Nice. Let's see. What could I do? Maybe I could do swirls. That would be cool. It could be however you want, right? So I'm going to do some swirls. But I'm going to make these swirls kind of look like a triangle when they're all together. And I'll hold it up in just a second. See? So we've got a swirly Christmas tree. It looks a little bit different than this one, but it still looks like a Christmas tree. So there's one way. And now if I wanted to do mixed media with this, maybe I could use a brown marker for the trunk, right? So now I have two materials, two different supplies, marker and paint. Oh, let's see, how about crayon? I could use a crayon to draw a star. Now drawing stars are pretty tricky, so what you could do is draw maybe 3 lines, 1, 2, 3, and it'll look like a snowflake star. When you get older, I'll really show you how to make a 5-point star, but that's a little tricky. You can make a 6-point star with 2 triangles. I'll show you that. Shapes are really important in art. So here's one triangle, all right? And then I'm going to make another triangle upside down on top of this right side up triangle. And it's actually a Star of David. So happy Hanukkah to all of our Jewish friends too. I have a lot of Jewish friends, and I know they love celebrating the Festival of Lights. So if you wanted to, you could fill this in with your crayon, however you want. Now Hanukkah colors are blue and yellow. Christmas colors are red and green. So sometimes you want to use the colors that will remind people of the season, right? Like if you're trying to draw a butterfly, you might not use brown because, well, there's moss. There are some beautiful brown moss, but you know what I mean. Try to use the colors that will make people think of the idea you're trying to convey. That's a big word, convey. The idea you're trying to tell somebody, okay? So make your trees however you want. Enjoy painting. And I like to paint with a little jingle bell ring on my finger because when I'm painting, I can hear my jingle bell. So another way of making a Christmas tree is to use rectangles and squares. And this is like a collage, okay? I cut rectangles, different sizes, and I'm going to put a big, or I should say a long rectangle on the bottom, and I got to glue it with my glue stick. Those lids are kind of hard to take off sometimes, aren't they? You don't need a whole lot. So now it's important to do this big to small. So you got to organize your rectangles. You have the big one on the bottom and then they get smaller as they go to the top of the tree. So I've got to see, oh yeah, that one's smaller. I'm going to use that one next because we got to learn about sizes, right? Big to small. Let's see. That one's the same size. I think I'll cut a little bit off. You could always make an adjustment, right? Excuse me. That's better. It's a little bit smaller. So now I'm going big to small. And you notice I'm going dark green, light green, because now I got a pattern going, don't I? I like patterns. Oh, and this one's smaller than the one below, so I'll use that. That's good. Nice. So now it looks to me like I need, if I'm thinking about pattern, I got dark, light green, light green. I need dark green next, and I need it to be smaller. So let's see. Oh, way too big. Let me cut that. Oh, look, I have one cut already. Perfect. Let's put a little glue on there. Not too much. That looks like a Christmas tree. And then I could, if I have stickers, I could put stickers on it. This is actually paper that looks like little stickers, but I bet you guys have stickers at home. So what could I do for the top? I decided, I think I want to use a curled up pipe cleaner just for the fun of it. So I wrapped it around my finger like that, and I'm going to very carefully poke a hole through my paper, but that's something that you might have to have your parents or bigger sister or bigger brother help you with. I just poked a hole and it's in the back there, and I'll bend it so it stays in place. And then I use that for my tree top. See? And I could put some glitter on here if I wanted to, because we're talking about mixed media today, right? We're mixing things up a little bit. So, oh my goodness, I forgot to put the cap on my glue. Oh no, and I also left my brush in the water. We don't want to do that, okay guys? Because what happens, the bristles will end up bending. We want to clean it every time, and if you can, remember to put it in your holder upright like this. And let's talk about some other things we could use to paint with besides a brush. Sponge, good. A bigger brush, whoops, that's a good idea. What about an old toothbrush? Not the one you use daily, just an old one that you can get from your parents, okay? Oh, and you can use a cotton swab, right? Maybe let me just put a couple of berries on this tree, because now we have paper and pipe cleaner We're going to add some paint. Oh, so now that tree has some berries. Nice. You can, and if we had other paint, maybe you could do some snowflakes. Let's see. Oh, I see a brown rectangle. I'm going to use that for my trunk. I'll put that on. Ah, I think that helps. Nice. So there we are. So have fun making a lot of different Christmas trees. Make some cards for your friends and your family. I think that would be really nice. And I want you to know that next week we are going to have all the supplies you need to make an ornament, okay? This is our little gift to you. We miss you all so much. These are plastic bulbs, okay? We have 75 of them, so everyone could come by, take a bulb. We'll have it right outside the main entrance of Grace Preschool. And there will be some pipe cleaners, there'll be some sequins, and you can get a plastic bag to put all of these little things inside your bag. And then you can make it at home. And remember, you might have stuff from your found object box that you could put in. Remember, the hole's kind of small, so you got to think about what would fit inside, right? Anyway, I think it will look really pretty on your tree, and it'll remind you of how much we love you and how much we miss you. And I don't think I'm going to be here next week, so that's why I wanted to show you in advance. I wish you all a very, very merry, 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 merry Christmas and the happiest new year. I love you all. Till next time.